Hey, in this video, you're gonna get to watch a real, live, unscripted, deep dive coaching session that Michelle did with somebody for one of our high-level certification programs. It's all around money beliefs, so you'll get a lot out of it for you personally with your attachments to money and whatever it is that's personal to you, but also as a coach, as you watch this master level coaching demonstration.
So right before we hit record, I was asking you like what was up for you and kind of what I could support you around today. So yeah, how about you answer that here? What's going on? How can I support you?
Old beliefs of money just keep popping up in everything that I do.
Okay. Got it. Tell me, like, is there anything more specific than like everything? Like if you're brushing your teeth, old beliefs about money come up or?
No, really, so I make t-shirts, I sell t-shirts. So when it comes to setting price points and stuff like that, I get a little irritated with that. I'm coaching now, so when it comes to setting doing packages and setting prices like that, I feel a little irritated, I feel something comes up every time there's something with me trying to set price points.
Okay.
And then saving money. Yeah, that stuff is just, yeah, stuff comes up.
Is the saving money the same irritation that you expressed with like the setting the prices around your t-shirts and the packages?
Yeah.
Got it. How do you know it's irritation?
I feel something. I feel a little, I don't know, triggered or activated, or just something comes up in my body like, oh, here we go again. We got to talk about this again. We got to do this again. It just, something comes up. I really can't describe what it is, but it's a feeling of uncertainty.
Yeah. Is there, and I heard you say that you really can't describe it. So if there's nothing more than what you've shared, that's totally fine. But is there anything else that like you hear, right? Like I heard you say like, oh, here we go again. Is there any, like, are there any other like thoughts that kind of run through your head or voices that you hear?
I think I probably hear my mom's voice a lot. Money don't grow on trees. We can't afford this. We can't do that. It just, and I know these stories are not my stories. They're like her stories that I have learned and I have, lived them.
Hmm?
So yeah, definitely not my story, but it's her story that I have owned, actually.
Yeah. How long do you think you've been carrying it?
Oh, forever.
Okay. Yeah. So to the best of your ability, let's talk about like a t-shirt, because I just want to put some specific context to it. You go to make the t-shirt. Are you good? Like, is it like, are you fine up until we're about to price this?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So then you make the t-shirt, like talk me through the process. Like then what happens?
I mean, if it's a lot of details, it's like, what do I price this as? Do I do 15? Do I do 20? I have a little chart that I go by as far as like the materials, my time, and all kind of little other figures I put in there. But excuse me, when I get like large orders, I want to give people discounts because I feel like, the orders are larger and I want to give them a discount because I don't know. I just feel like I should.
Okay. Is that where it comes up more, is in like the larger orders? Or is it even if like, if I said, hey, Jennifer, I'd love to buy a t-shirt from you, does the same thing happen there?
No, not in that moment. No.
Okay. Would you say it's like only or more exclusively with like the larger orders? Because it sounds to me, and I love that you have a chart, like you've got like almost like a system that's set up, right? Like, and you can kind of look, oh, it was cotton and I use this, like this was the details, if there's like art or, stenciling. I don't know enough to be able to use the proper language, right? So you're able to say like, oh, this t-shirt should be $17 based on all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, are the stories there?
No.
Okay.
Not in the simple stuff, in the complicated stuff.
Okay, got it. But like if I said, I want to buy 50 t-shirts from you,
Yeah, that's when that's when the agitation and I get triggered. Like, oh my God, this is a lot of shirts. What do I like? What kind of price am I going to set this as? Like, what? It's just a lot of stuff goes on then.
Got it. And if you kind of slowed it down, does the, oh my God, that's a lot of shirts, does that happen first and then the agitation? Or is it different?
I think it's different. I think I'm not really, it's not the order, it's the cost. It's the figuring the cost. It's not the order because I know I can do it. It's just figuring out like how to set the price for something like that.
Yeah. So are there other things that you're telling yourself then in those moments of figuring out the cost?
You should give them a discount. It shouldn't be a whole lot, you know, all kind of stories of discount. And because I guess this old story is that I can't afford it. You know, my mom, I can't afford it. We don't have this, we don't have that. So it comes up in those times, I feel.
Yeah. So do you think you're trying to protect those people who can't afford it, like from your story? Because like if you're hearing your mom's story, if you can't afford it, like is that, are you kind of projecting that on those people?
I feel like I am.
Got it. Yeah. That must bring a lot of fun and joy to the large t-shirt order that you got.
It does not.
Yeah. In that moment, then, does that kind of trigger the agitation?
It does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got it. So you're willing to try something?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to keep these beliefs?
No, I want them to go away today.
Like in like 5 minutes, please. That'd be great. Yeah.
Yep, zap them away.
Yeah. So before we do anything, then tell me why. Like, what do you think if you could change this, then what would you be experiencing that you're not currently experiencing?
I honestly would really I really would make a profit if I wasn't so in my head about setting prices when it comes to making a large orders.
Yeah. Why is making a profit important to you?
Well, I want to get a return on my investment that I'm making as well.
Yeah. Why is that important to you? Getting a return on your investment?
I guess my employee mindset is coming up saying, if I do this, I should get that.
Yeah, that's real. Is there anything you want to do or create with the income?
I really want to buy a better printer.
Okay. Yeah.
Want to purchase better equipment so I can produce better products.
Okay. Yeah. Why does that matter? Like, why is that important to you to produce like better products?
I want to get gooder.
Yeah. Got it.
I want to create generational wealth for my children to leave something for them. For they can, you know, do that if they choose.
Yeah. How do you feel when you hear yourself say that, right? Because it's not about getting a return on the investment. It's about creating generational wealth, excuse me, for your children.
Yeah. It touches my heart.
Yeah. Go ahead and close your eyes. I know you mentioned your heart. Is that where you feel it in your body?
In my body.
Yeah.
I would say my stomach.
Got it. Yeah. So if you just allow yourself just for a moment to really tap into that, really creating this generational wealth. And I don't want to put beliefs in your head, but what you said earlier, it also sounds like really shifting like the story around money in your family as well.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way, but definitely.
Yeah.
That's all our story.
Mm. Yeah. So tell me about what you're noticing in your stomach. Like, is there a sensation or something different? What are you picking up on?
It's like a pulsating feel.
Okay. Is it like in terms of size? Is it like, small, like maybe like a grape or bigger?
Feel like a grapefruit.
Okay, got it. Is it right there in the center, like kind of under your belly button?
Yeah, it's right there beside it.
Mm. Is there anything else you notice, whether it's like the density, color, anything else about the energy?
Um, it's red.
Got it. Does it feel like good or kind of irritating or agitating? Like, what's the sensations in the rest of your body with this like red pulsing energy there in your stomach?
It feels uncomfortable.
Everywhere or somewhere in particular?
My throat is like,
Okay. Yeah. Tell me what's going on in your throat. What do you notice there? If you just shift your attention from your stomach for a moment.
it's like something's there and you just can't. I'm trying to swallow and it's like something stuck there.
Got it. I want you to see if you can just maybe send some breath there, not to try to change anything about it, but just to see if we can open up a little bit of space so you don't feel like your breath is being restricted in any way. Awesome.
Feels better.
Tell me that energy there in your throat that was making it hard to swallow. If that energy had a voice, what would it say?
Don't say anything.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's all I can. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's cool. Does it sound like anyone? Like, does it sound familiar in any way, whether it's the tone or just the texture of the voice?
Sounds like my mom.
Got it. Do you know why she doesn't want you to say anything?
Because we were taught, don't tell people your business. Everybody didn't know everything. What goes on in this house stays in this house.
How do you feel about that teaching?
It is wrong. It is so wrong.
Tell me about that. How is it wrong?
I know that whole stuff in it. It just makes you sick. You have to release it. And it's not even mine. It's not my story. So why do I have to hold on to somebody else's story or my story? I feel better when I let it go.
I want you to imagine your your mom, whether it's in like a picture, maybe it is, you see something kind of like moving on a screen, or just pick the, like the essence of her, you kind of pick up on that. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is she in relationship to you right now?
She's sitting in my chair looking at me.
Okay. Awesome. So what is it, if you could speak to her directly, what is it that you want her to know?
I want I want her to know that the old stories do not benefit. The old stories do not benefit me now. They don't benefit anybody now. And I'm not gonna hold on to them anymore. They don't work. It doesn't work. She did her best. She gave us the information that she had at the time, and it's just, that's all she knew. I forgive her for teaching us that, but I need a new lesson. I want to do it differently. I must do it differently.
You told me that you forgive her. Can you tell her?
I forgive you for teaching me the lessons that you were taught. I know that's the best thing that you knew at the time, but those lessons, they're not benefiting us. I can no longer hold on to that. I thank you for those, but I no longer need them. That felt good.
I love that. So I want you to imagine, Jennifer, just switching places. I want you to imagine sitting in your chair as your mom, looking back at you sitting where you are right now. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Awesome. And having heard everything that your daughter just said to you, what, if anything, do you want to say in response?
I want to apologize. I did the best I could with the information I had at that time. And I'm proud of you for wanting different. And I know you can do it. And I love you.
Are you worried about your daughter or concerned about her releasing these stories that no longer serve her, that don't work for her anymore?
I want her to do what's best for her. I don't want her to hold on to my stories. I'm still suffering right now for holding on to my stories. So I don't want her to do the same thing. I want her to do it differently.
Is there anything that you, and there doesn't have to be, is there anything that you want her to know about any of the choices that you made?
Somebody told me, somebody showed me that this was the right way. And I, in return, taught you that way. And it wasn't the right way for me or you.
Was it ever the right way? Was it ever good to stay quiet, to not tell people your business? Did it ever, even generations ago, did it ever serve or support?
Not at all.
Okay. Is there anything else that you need or want from your daughter? Anything that you want her to know or you want to share?
I want her to know that she no longer has to carry those secrets. She can talk, she can tell her story to help other people. Because that's what lessons are for, to teach others.
What about her stories about money?
I want her to learn the lessons so she can do it a different way. And she can teach others once she learns. The cycle can end. It's possible.
How do you feel about your daughter's desire to end the cycle and create generational wealth in her family, in your family?
I'm excited for her. I'm excited to see it done a different way.
Is there anything else you want her to know or you want to ask?
One day, can you show me? Teach me.
Jennifer, I want you to allow yourself to come back into your seat, seeing your mom, having heard her blessing, and her question. What do you want to say in response?
Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for releasing me. I appreciate you for all you've done.
You don't have to, but do you have an answer for her question?
You're welcome. I thank you for releasing me.
Are you open to teaching her one day about your beliefs and what you've been able to create?
Yes.
Mm. So just checking in, Jennifer, with yourself and with the essence of your mom. Is there anything that either one of you want to ask or share just to feel complete for now?
Just no more secrets. No more holding stuff in.
Who's talking to who?
I'm talking to her.
Hmm. Is that something she's agreeing to?
I hope so.
What if she can't yet? What if she's not ready yet fully? Then what?
Just take her time when she's ready. Not forcing her whenever she's ready. I understand. It took us a long time to get here.
Is this how you're showing up, regardless of how she's showing up, in the energy of no more secrets and no more holding stuff in? Or is that contingent upon her behavior?
It's her behavior. I'll let it all out. Probably too much.
Sounded like though she might be open to learning from you.
I think she is. She tells me she's proud of me all the time.
Yeah. How's your throat?
It's fine.
Are you able to connect to that red energy in your stomach?
Yeah.
How does it feel now in the rest of your body?
It's not pulsating and it's not the size of a grapefruit anymore and it's not red.
Got it. Is there anything there?
I don't feel anything.
Got it. Just using your intuition, Jennifer, and you can kind of shoot out a couple different things. What's a new belief that supports what you're wanting to create for your family? What's a new belief about money that feels believable for you, but would support better you getting the return on the investment so you can invest in better equipment and you can get gooder and you can create this generational wealth for your family?
What's a new belief?
Yeah, it's a story that might better support that outcome.
We can do this. Let's take our time. It's not a rush. We can do this. One step at a time.
How do you want to feel when it comes to pricing? Like, what would be your ideal situation? And let's just use the t-shirt analogy still, if that works for you. Is that okay? Okay. So how would you, if you were just like writing the script, how would you like to feel when you get an order of 50 plus for 50 plus t-shirts that come in?
I'm excited. We're one step closer to getting our fancy printer.
Nice. And what kind of feeling, if anything different, would you like to have when it comes to your pricing? Like when you think about like, all right, this is going to be whatever, if this is going to be $500 or $750, what kind of feeling would you like to have as it pertains to your prices?
Calmness. Calm.
And if you were in that calm space when it came to pricing, how do you imagine, like, what do you imagine the actions you would take to be?
I would do the math, and I think I probably would already have price points for large orders. That way it's not this big headache when it's time to do it.
Got it. It's almost like a large order chart, kind of like you have.
Yeah, and I already have the price set.
Yeah, so you could just kind of look and it's like, oh, it's 50 t-shirts of this material. It's going to be this.
Yes.
Got
That
it.
would that would take away all that stuff.
Nice. Yeah. Is there anything that you need to know or need to figure out in order to like create that?
Just gotta do the math, and maybe I like to check other people's, like how they do their pricing, to get kind of idea how to do mine. So maybe look at their pricing as far as for large orders, and then kind of do my figures as well. So kind
Yeah.
of compare it with somebody else's that's already doing it, like further ahead of me.
Yeah. Do you need to do that with like a certain number of people? Like, do you feel just intuitively right now, like I want to check 3 people or 1 people or 5 people or 10 people?
I say 2. I get 2.
I got it. So if you checked into 2 other larger order pricings, see what they do with their figures, that would be enough for you to be able to do the math, create your own chart.
Yes.
Got it. Is there anything else that you can think of that you would need in order to be able to have that chart created?
That's about it. I just need the figures. I want to make sure the figures are,
Yeah.
comparable.
Got it. When you, like if I as an individual ordered a t-shirt from you and you told me the price, do you typically feel calm in those moments?
Mhm.
Got it. Nice. Are there any other thoughts that come to mind for you? And there don't have to be, other than like, I'm excited, I'm one step closer to getting this fancy printer. Are there other thoughts that would probably create that feeling of calm in your body?
We're doing this to create generational wealth.
Hmm.
That's the goal.
Yeah. I like it. Is there anything more in this moment that you just get the sense needs to be said or expressed or shared just to feel complete for now?
I think that's it.
Hmm. So whenever you're ready, just kind of bat your eyes open. Maybe look around your room a little bit just to bring yourself kind of back into the place here. Hmm. How are you feeling?
Good.
Hmm.
So good.
Yeah. So just if you thought about for a moment, like somebody wants to hire you for 3 months of coaching. Just in this moment, I know we're just pretending, but what, if anything, kind of comes up for you in your body, in your head?
I got a little nervous.
Okay. Yeah. Is it possible that the same kind of philosophy that you operate under in your
Mhm.
t-shirt business could
Mhm.
work in your coaching?
Very well could. Yes.
Got it. So just tell me briefly, we don't have to spend a bunch of time on it, but what kind of just clicked for you there?
At a price point.
Mhm.
And when you got a price point, this is the price.
Mhm. Yeah. And there's no, I think you said drama maybe at one point, like there's no
No drama. Just this
drama.
is what it is. You want it or you don't. And it's okay. Either way.
Yeah. And just like with anything, you're allowed to change your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to say, you know what? I think I want to charge more for this and increase your price.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they say, oh, I really would love to work with you, but I can only do $500, not $1,000. You're allowed to say, let me think on that and see if I can't create something that could work for you. And you don't have to, but that's always a choice, right? To like reevaluate the chart, reevaluate the pricing, right? Because the truth is, like with the printer, as the printer gets better and the quality, right, gets better, it's probably likely that the prices will go up a little bit, right?
They will.
Okay. Yeah. Does that have to be any different, you think, with your coaching business?
It's not.
Cool. Yeah. And what about with saving? Do you think there could also be something that you could create with, like, if I have, let's just say, this amount of money that comes in, this is how much I put into savings?
I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of thinking about that. How does that feel for you?
It feels less stressful.
Nice. Yeah, one of the things that's it's so easy for me to just forget. It's like if it's working in one area, it's possible. And there's only one way to know, right? We just got to test this because that's what's got to happen. You got to create this, and then you got to get the order, and you got to have the, like, you got to, we can hypothesize, but we got to test it, right? So we don't know, right, that this is going to be like totally freeing and drama removing, right, for you. But if something is working in one area, it's probable that it will work in multiple areas. Yeah.
Right.
So if you had to prioritize, because I don't want you to do a bunch of things all at the same time, what feels like in these three areas, what feels like the first thing that you want to do?
The savings. I can start like a certain amount because
Okay.
I already have a savings account. I just don't put nothing in it. So
Okay.
I can
But you
just
got
start.
the account.
I got that. I
We're
did
already
that.
there. Got it. Yeah. And I remember when I very first started saving money, I was saving, I had a jar. I learned this actually from T. Harv Eker, and I had jars like for different things. And I think I was putting like a nickel, and sometimes it was a penny in the savings, because I used to tell myself that if I had to wait until I was making a bunch of money before I could save money.
Okay.
Right. And you can say that's your story, but that was mine. And then I just had to get in the habit of doing it. So then it was like, you know what, every week I'm just going to put a penny in the jar because that's where I'm at right now. But it got me in the habit of doing it. So even if it is $1 a month, it's still more than nothing. Or if it's 50 cents, or if it's a quarter, and you got to wait till it's more money to deposit it in the thing, it doesn't mean you can't have a little place that's in your home that says savings on it that you're putting that money into.
I like that. You know, I actually do have something. I did something at work where I got like $20 out of my check going someplace. It's in a savings, but I can't touch it. So it's been doing that since January, and I checked my pay stub today, and it's like $262 in there.
So you don't have a savings account that has $0 in it. You have a savings account that has
my personal account. At my job, I did something. I don't know how I did that. I went online.
Yeah.
And it's there. I just got to figure out where is it, but it's there. Like I see it on my check stub. It says savings.
Yeah.
So I do have it. I just can't touch it. And it's a good thing that I can't touch it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have evidence that you can do it. And if you want to find out where it is, right? Do you know who to ask? Like, do you know where to go to get that information?
Call the human resources department thing, and I can find out where that is and have access to it.
Perfect. And so then with your own self, and I don't need you to answer this right now, but just either pick a number or pick a percentage, right? Like yours is $20 from your check is $20 out of your check. I did the same thing when I was waiting tables. Like they just took money. I think it's a great idea because then you're not even thinking about it, right? And it's gone before you even get it, right? Which is awesome. Yeah, I love that. So you could do the same thing for your own self, right? That like every time the money comes in, you're going to take, whether it's the same $20 or $10 or $5 or $1, doesn't matter the number, just one to start. So that feels like a good first thing that you can do.
Yep, it does.
Okay, cool. And then when do you think you would be able to make that decision as far as what you're going to put into your own personal savings?
I already have it in my head now. So I'm going to do like, I'll put like 10.
Okay. Like per paycheck?
Uh-huh.
Okay, awesome. I like it. So then does the next thing feel like for you to pick the prices for your coaching or to do the research on the larger order pricing and get those price points set?
The larger order.
Okay, cool. And it's okay if you don't have this answer right now, there's no pressure, but when do you feel like, is that something in the next week, next day, next month? When do you want to get that done?
I'd say by Saturday. I normally do Saturdays, just like do my little personal stuff on Saturdays. So I can do that on Saturday.
And by that, do you mean like the research and the chart, like just get it all done? Okay, cool. Is there somebody that you could like celebrate that with, just check in with as far as like, woohoo, this may not be anything to you, but I did this thing.
I have an accountability team. We meet on Mondays, so I can tell them about it.
I like it. Okay, perfect. And then what about your coaching prices? When do you feel like that's something that you want to make a decision on?
To be honest, I just want to get really good before I start charging anything.
Okay.
I don't
So
really
right now it's $0?
It's $0 right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I like it. That's awesome. That can be a decision, right? So now we don't have to get weird. Now it's just actually, I'm in this phase in my journey where we can be drama free, where the price of my coaching is actually $0. I'm offering everybody full scholarships. And that was a word for me. I don't know if this is for you, but for me, I stopped saying free because I was like, this isn't free. But I was like, everything that I'm doing is full scholarship right now. Because I'm just in this phase of my journey where that's it. It's just a full scholarship, right? So you have a full scholarship for the coaching. You don't have to use that language, but whatever that is for you. And then check your body because perhaps you'll get a little bit of irritation, but it'll be from it might be time to put some dollar numbers on this, right?
I like it.
And then you'll be able to know, right, in those moments, like this is time. And then in that moment, honest to goodness, Jennifer, I promise you, just pick a number. Just pick a number.
Okay.
Truly, just whatever you feel. My general rule of thumb is something you can say with ease, right? Like if I asked you, and you don't have to do this on this video, but if I said, what's your phone number? You know your number, right?
Yeah.
You just like, oh, it's this. I want to be able to say my price like that, right? Like, oh, it's just this, right?
Yeah.
This is my price. And we don't want to be resentful, right? We want it to be above resentment, right? But not so high that we're shut down. And that's okay if at first it's $5 or $10 or $25 or $50, because just like all of this, we're allowed to change our mind. So I love it. Now you've got, you know what you're doing with savings. We're going to implement that, $10. We've got the larger t-shirt order prices. You're going to do the research for 2 people, get the price points already set so we can be a drama eraser and tell your accountability team on Monday. And then right now we've decided on the coaching price and it is full scholarship, $0 for everybody for the time. Is that right?
Yes.
Nice. How are you feeling in this moment?
Oh, good.
Good.
Yeah, it's like a weight. It's coming off.
Nice. Yeah.
I was putting a lot myself, and I didn't have to.
Yeah. And the stories that you shared, the news stories, right, is I'm excited and I'm one step closer to getting that fancy printer. And we're doing this, all of this, every $20, every $10, every pro bono coaching client that you have right now, every t-shirt sold is one step closer to creating generational wealth for your family.
Yeah. That feels good.
Nice. And so I would encourage you to put that up. Like if you have a workspace in your home, in your office, maybe it's something you either draw up, right? Or maybe you create a t-shirt, some sort of design, something that just reminds you like this is why we're doing what we're doing. And that's what all of this is about.
Yeah. I can do that.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Is there
Thank
anything else you want to ask or share? You're welcome, love, just to feel complete for now.
This feels pretty complete. This feels
Nice.
complete.
Yeah. And if on the off chance you ever hear the old stories, you always have the access to just thank your mom and remind her of the truth.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And you both are excited to see it done a different way.
We are.
Yeah, which is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Where'd you kind of go there for a second, just a moment ago?
I just thought about her and me. You know, she's learning from me now. So it's like the tables have turned. And that feels good. Then I can show her that it's another way. And it's possible no matter what age you are. Yeah. That feels good.
Nice. So good, Jennifer. Thank you so much. I love that for you. I love that for your children. I love that for the future inside your family and for your mom. Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's moments like this, I think, that make our ancestors smile.
I agree.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing all of this with me. I know money is a tender topic for a lot of people. And
Yeah.
a lot of us, right, are doing what you were doing, right, which is carrying around other people's stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I celebrate your release.
Now, if you like this video, why don't you check out the entire first module of our paid certification program called Breakthrough Coaching Certification. It's right there, totally free. The real thing, not an intro, the entire first module. So as a coach, you have to, especially based on what I just said, because most people are not getting it anywhere else, we have to